Hello, 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 and welcome back to Pacochino, or welcome if you're new to my channel. You find here anime figures and manga hauls, but also blind box unboxing and figure reviews. So let's jump right into today's video, which is another figure haul. And of course all my figures came in a bunch like they always do, and so I split them up in appropriate videos, and this is the first one. So let's jump right into it. And of course I got some amiami cards from the recent hauls. This one is the most recent one, which totally reminds me of Sword Art Online. And then we got a New Year's one, New Year card, I think. I'm not sure if I got this one already. And then the one from their amiami DHL campaign, which, okay, you do you. So with that out of the way, let's jump into the actual figures and stuff that I bought. And we will begin with the stuff where I got 2 or more things from. And the first one would be Shuyu from Tokyo Revengers, and I got a little Shuyu keychain plush. It's my very first anime figure plush. I usually don't get them because I find them wonky looking and they are not really my taste, but Shuyu is so cute, and it's his version from the side story Baji's Letter, and in his school uniform and his little angry look, and he even got his earring on, and he's so cute and fluffy and so soft, and he has pearls in his butt so that he can even sit, and I love it. I love it. He's so cute. He's my very first anime figure plush. I usually don't get them, but I had to have him. He looked so cute, and I love him. And the next item is his figure from Mega House, the Look Up series, and it's my very first Look Up series, first Look Up figure, and I love him. I love him. He's perfect. They captured him perfectly. Again, he has his signature hoodie on and the school uniform, his earring, his hair. Everything is perfect, and he makes the cutest little expression. You can have him look up to you, you can tilt his head, which is super adorable. I love the quality of them, and they are way bigger than I expected them to be, and I absolutely love them. I have to say, not every figure in this Look Up series really catches a character or is, I don't know, sometimes they look a little bit wonky, but Shuyu looks spot on and I love it, and it's my very first Shuyu figure, because until now none of the Shuyu figures were really up to my liking. I didn't find any of them appealing enough, but him I had to get, and I'm so happy! So happy! Moving on to another series that I love and adore, and finally got something which I was hunting for, and I'm speaking about my dress up darling, and obviously it's a Marin Kitagawa print that I got. It's the very adorable, one of the 2 shikishis or prints that they had my dress up darling exhibition back in Japan, and I got it through Mandarake, and I couldn't be happier about this. Now I have to hunt the other one down because there are 2 of them, and I'm flabbergasted about the size of this item, and it's still originally packaged, I think, I hope. But it's stunning. I love it. It's so big. She's so cute as a kitty. So I couldn't be happier with an original printing from the author of Marin in such cute pose. And I also got a Marin figure, another one for my collection, and it's the Good Smile 1/7 scale swimsuit version. And let me tell you guys, this is a spot on figure. I love it. Good Smile Company redeemed themselves in my book. She is perfect. She is a 10 out of 10 and I can tell you why. First off, I love the base. It's a clear one with her name on it and with some nicely printed white decor on it, which lets her appear like a real little doll that she obviously is. She has just one minor defect, which would be a little bump underneath her feet on her toes, but it's not so bad. You don't see it from below. Otherwise, she's perfect. I love the anatomical details they have given her. Her little toes, her knee details on the back and the front. Then the hip details. I love the hip details. Her rib cage, tummy, obviously her two breasts are nicely formed. Love the cleavage, it's deep enough. We have some underboob, then we also have some details in her armpits, and her hands look stunning. So she doesn't wear much, obviously, because she wears a bikini, but even the bikini strings are fine and detailed. The paint on her bottom half could have been a little bit better, but for what it is, it's a fine line. At least on my example that I got, I have no color transfers here and it looks fine. Even the prints of the flowers on her bikini top are good, and I love the little bows on the back and the side of her bikini. And she also wears a gold necklace with a green stone in it, which was also done really nicely. It's not movable, it's printed on her, but looks perfect the way it is. Obviously, I also love her smile, which is very Marin, especially if you compare it to the art that I showed you before. Spot on Marin face. I love the details of her earrings. Her blush is stunning. They did the decals of her eyes also very good. And the way they have done her hair, I'm a fan. I'm an absolute fan. We have some loose strands in the back, which I didn't even know until I got her in my hands. I didn't see them on the promotional pictures, and it's just fantastic. It's fantastic. It's spot on. I love it. And even though I'm not a fan of bikini figures, for this price, because she was very cheap and this quality, I can just recommend her. If you're a Marin fan and if you're thinking about getting one of her bikini figures, this is the one that I can recommend. She has a decent size, 417. The details, I absolutely also love her back, which I have not mentioned. I love the details of her shoulders and her shoulder blades, and the colors of her hair is also spot on. High recommendation, love her. Couldn't be happier with this Marin figure. And I was a little bit hesitant about getting her and wondering whether I would like her or not. Moving on, I got another plushie, this time from Hello Kitty, and the craziest mashup that they ever done. Hello Kitty and Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's from McDonald's. And I had to get it, and I got Hello Kitty as a black magician, and it's so funny. It's so funny. I actually wanted Cinnamon Roll, which was the blue eyes white dragon, but sadly this one was already sold out, and I'm not visiting McDonald's every 2 days, so I sadly only got this one, but it's cute nonetheless. Another kitty for my Hello Kitties selection. Further, I gotta buy, which I kinda regret because it's so useless. I got from Good Smile these little containers which you can stack on each other or display on their own. And I should have read the comments online because they don't have a back. So it's just closed on 3 sides and not all 4. And what's the point? You have no protection from the other side. Like, there will be dust. And another thing is, you can only display 2 of them in this kind of assembled form, because the third one would be without a bottom and only a top, so you can not even display them all separately, because you can only do this with 2, and then you have a lot of acrylic plates for no use whatsoever. So I will need to get a second one, and then I can clothe them, because I will just stick them together. I've tried it. I know how I can clothe it, but that's a failure that I bought there. At least it wasn't expensive, but I should have read the comments. Everyone was talking that there's no bag, and I only thought after I got these. But yeah, it is what it is. Regrets were made. Otherwise, it's a neat little display case, which I thought I could, use. Now I need to get another pair. Moving on. I got another artwork, and this time from Spy Family of Anya, which is so adorable. We had it at our local cinema, and they were just lying around, and it's a very sturdy card. I love the art print, it's very clean, and there's no logo or image on it to indicate it's from any sponsor, and they were just laying there, and it's such a cute print. I had to get one. It was for free, and it's very cute Anya picture. So I snagged this one. Let's move on with my very first order from Hobby Link Japan, and it's the amazing 1/6 scale Juliana figure by Charm. When I saw this figure, I knew I had to have her. She's an elf which is pouring water over herself, and she kind of reminded me of a Greek goddess. And I loved her dress. I love the way they had made her have droopy breasts, and so I pre-ordered her and I regret nothing. She came out amazing. I don't even know where to start. Maybe first off with one little problem. The promotional pictures showed her you could cast her top off and leave on the bottom dress, but in reality they seemingly couldn't do this and made two bodies. So she actually came with a nude body and her fully clothed body, which is okay, but on the other hand quite a shame probably for people who wanted to display her without her top, because now you can't do it. You can either display her completely nude or completely dressed up. There's no mix and match. And the second negative thing that I have to say about her is her closed body has a little problem with her one feet, which is not really touching the ground. It's hind leg, or the leg is not really coming to the ground, so she's a little bit uplifted. The problem doesn't exist with her nude body, only with her closed body. For whatever reason, I think the plastic is not really formed well on the closed body. But otherwise, I adore her and they did an amazing job for this figure. And that's basically all the negative that I could say about her, because otherwise they did a super job with the way they have done her. First off, the anatomical details on this figure are spot on. I love her feet. The way they have sculpted, especially the one where she's standing on her toes, is spot on. I love her small toe stretch away from the rest of the toes. I want to say toe beans. That's why I have to break myself up. Anyway, the other feet is also very nice. I love the way they have done her feet sculpt. She even wears a little bit of nail polish on her feet. Then we have her rather smooth legs, so we don't have much anatomical details here. Up to her belly and her breast have this amazing, very accurately breast shape, which I love. That's the highlight. That's one of the reasons why I got her. I love the way they formed her breasts. They look stunning, they look natural, they look in both versions stunning. And I have to tell you, the touch of her skin is so soft. I'm not sure what kind of material they used, but it's so soft and I love it to 100%. Both bodies are amazing in this regard, and it's a very nice shade of her skin. We have some highlights or some pink shadows in certain creases of her body, which are a little bit better to see on the nude body than on her closed version. I absolutely love the translucent sheen on this pearlescent dress that she's wearing, where the water is supposed to come onto her dress, like on her arm sleeves and her dress part on the belly, where you can see the belly through, which is totally fine in this case, as she's supposed to be wet. I love all the golden details they have given her. the paint job is spot on with this, so that's very good. She also wears a necklace with a green stone on it, and surprisingly the necklace is movable, so you have to move it a little bit around to have it center in between her breasts. But otherwise I love it, and I think they did this because you exchange the bodies, and so you can get the necklace with both of the bodies. But you obviously only get one necklace. Moving on, the way they have done her water, I would recommend to be careful here. It's a soft plastic, it moves around quite a bit, but it has some thin threads, so be careful when you move it around, not that something breaks. Otherwise, I love the pot where the water comes out. It has some veins with efeu, with some plant and leaves around it. And I love the shading of the pot, which has a gradient from a lighter color to a darker color where the water comes out, and she holds it in her hand securely. Both hands are attached to it, so if you have to remove the arms, both of them at the same time, just so that you don't break anything when you remove the body. And then you can also remove her head. And let me tell you, I love her expression. I love the blush that they have given her. Her decals are very nice, although I would say they could have been a little bit, not darker, a little bit more vibrant in the color scheme wise, but otherwise I love the eyes. There's a very nice paint job or print of the eyes. And then we have the sculpt of her hair, which is also done quite good and has amazing shading in several long strands with highlights and darker parts, which I really appreciate. I also love the flowiness of the hair with some twirls and curls around the edges, and she also wears a very pretty little flower inside her, or on the side of her head above her ear, and she has the cutest pointy little ears that you can imagine, even though the details on the ears are not that deep. Yeah, overall I'm very happy with this figure. I love both bodies, but obviously I will display her in her clothed version because I personally find it way more attractive to see this painted through clear sheen on her dress, which I think they did an amazing job. And I love the illusion that she's wet. She's kind of like a wet goddess, and yeah, I think they did an amazing job. She's a 1/6 scale, and if you want to compare her to Marin, which is also in the swimsuit, you can see she's a pretty good size for 1/6. Maybe Marin is a small 1/7, but overall I'm impressed with Charm's work. I got another figure from Charm, which I will show you in the next video or the video after. Anyway, so personally I'm happy with the results and how she turned out. All the little details are stunning. So she is a 10 out of 10 for me, and I can recommend her if you like this kind of figure, elf figure. Then I got a merch item from a series which I really want to collect, but sadly they're not in stock anymore. And that's from Reborn, and it's Hibari Kyoya, an acrylic standee. And Hibari-san is the best. He was my favorite of the series. At some point I will get this series in my manga collection so I can reread it. He was one of my favorites, and finally I have some merch items from him. Moving on to the last figure of this haul, I finally got another Nendroid, and it's a Nendroid I was so excited about, and I finally got her, and let me show it to her. Here we have Master and Haru from the series Doomsday with My Dog, and I love her. I'm so happy. First off, she comes with a few parts, and the best thing about this Nendroid is that she comes with two little Haru. I didn't expect that he got two bodies. I didn't realize it until I opened the box and looked at the Nendroid, but he has two heads and two bodies, and obviously you can switch the heads around between the two Harus. He has two different expressions, two different bodies, and I love both of them. They have little toe beans printed on the underside of her paws. He has his little butt that they always print on doggies, his little curly tail, and stunning. I love this Haru to death, and his master is just as amazing. So when you take a look at the box, she comes with 2 different faceplates, a standing position and a sitting position, 3 arm versions where she can lay her arms on her feet or on her legs. She has some arms where she can draw little Haru. She has different hand parts. And we also got a football for Haru, and I love everything about this Nendoroid. She's pretty good quality. The print of her eyes are spot on. Haru is spot on. We have no paint smudges, so I'm really happy with what they've done in this Nendoroid. And you can iterate some different poses from the mangas with it. I kind of wish they gave her a third faceplate with one of her more iconic expressions. Both of them are pretty good, but I think another expression where she would be angry with Haru would just be as appropriate. And she can interact kinda with Haru. At one hand, they can talk with each other. She can pull his cheek, she can rub his belly, or just listen to him, and I love it. I'm so happy that I finally got them. And the most best part, I can just repeat myself, and that's that there are 2 Harus, and I couldn't be happier. And last but not least, I got some gray-worthy items on my hand. And first I want to show you the small items from this artist, which I love. I absolutely love this artist, and that's Akakura. And she did or he, I'm not sure, did a collaboration with sanrio, and I actually got some a while back ago where it was Pom Pom Purin, My Melody, Hello Kitty, and so on. And now we got the other half of the sanrio characters, and one is Keropi in this very pink and blue colors. She's a skater girl with a rain jacket on. I love her expression. Then we got Batsumaru, which is this very dark gothic kind of girl, which also looks very cute. We got Hanyudon, which looks also like a fun girl with the bubble gum in her mouth and melon soda on the side, it seems. We have Ahiru no Bekel. I have no idea how the duck called, to be honest, but she looks very adult-like, and I love the theme of her dress as well, or not dress, of her trousers and the flowers. And yeah, I love Akakura's composition. We also got Tuxedo-san, which is this blue color, and I love her coat. And the last one is my favorite of them all, and it's Pochako, simply because the colors really remind me of mint chocolate, and I love mint chocolate. And I love the color combo of brown and this pastel-y looking green one. So yeah, more clear files. These are actually clear files for my collection, and with this I actually completed the set, except for Hello Kitty, because I found her looking way too much like grade schooler. Well, everyone else looks like late high school, university student, you know, grown up. But the Hello Kitty one really reminded me like it was from preschooler. I don't know if it was the colors or whatever the problem was there, but yeah, that's the reason why I don't have her Hello Kitty version, but I got everyone else. And I got something else from this artist, and I was flabbergasted when I found this news out. I usually check my favorite artists, their sites, and news of them having any art books, because I obviously, if I knew they have an art book, I will jump on it. And let me tell you, I was so stoked when I saw on my figure collection that Akakura has now an art book, their very first illustration book. And they not only have an art book, but they have a collector's edition of it. And obviously I had to get the collector's edition, and I got it! And I'm so happy! It's called Ludovic, and it's Sweet Box edition, and it's her very first illustration book, and I couldn't be happier. I got it from Mandaraka. That's the only gripe I have. I would have loved to buy from this person directly, but I could not work out how to get something from their site. I think if you have a proxy it will work, but I found it on Mandaraka, so I got it there. That's the only downside. I would have loved to spend my money on the actual artist, but whoever bought this and put it in Mandaraka obviously did, so I just think I bought it from then over this way. And yeah, I couldn't be happier. Such a great item for me. And it comes in this very nice, luxurious looking box. And it has, obviously, because it's the deluxe edition or special edition, it comes with some extra stuff. And next to this amazing looking box, when you open it, you just got for print. And it's one of her newest artworks, which is food themed. Akakura loves to do food themed figure designs, and in this case it's a collaboration between food and Alice in Wonderland, and it's amazing. First off, we got the Red Queen, we got the Treasury Cat, we got obviously Alice, and last but not least we got the Mad Hatter, and they all four look amazing. It's A4 the size. I'm just sad that we didn't get the White Rabbit, because she obviously did an illustration for the White Rabbit, but sadly it's not included in these extra prints. They are very nice print quality. The artwork is stunning, the colors are popping, and it's a little bit thick from the material here. And now I would just need a place where I can put them, because it's just so stunning. I love the artwork. Then we obviously got the actual art book, which has 150 pages, I think, of different artworks from her original work, then some commissions like with Hatsune Miku, and some more of her older works are in it. And we will do a flip through later. And last but not least, underneath the art book, there is an amazing acrylic stand of the Alice-chan, of her Alice illustration, which is so big. I have no idea where I should put it, so for now I will leave it inside the box, because I wouldn't know where to put it, but it looks stunning and it's huge. Such a huge acrylic stand. Let us take a look into her art book, and I couldn't be happier. We got the artwork of the prince that we got, and obviously here's the White Rabbit that sadly didn't get its own print, but looks also super adorable. I love the color theme of it. And some more work of her, which they also had done a figure or want to do a figure of by Union Creative. Then we got some of her Miku work, which I also find quite amazing. I got her Miku figure, as you probably saw, and there's some more that they will do as a figure, and I hope to see it at one day, because I love her artwork and I would love to own more of her figures. They have their own little charm to it, and I really love it. And overall, I just enjoy her artwork, and I hope you do as well. Let me know if you know this artist or not, but I personally really love the artwork, and I'm so happy that I got the special box. I will link down in my description where you could buy it. I don't know if it's still open or not, but you can also look at Mandarake or at other secondhand sellers. Maybe you will find it here, but I can just highly recommend it. The quality is very good. I wanted to support the artist, even though I got it from Mandarake, but I'm just so happy. It's one of my grail items, and I couldn't be happier about this. And that was everything I wanted to show you in this video. Let me know which of the items were your favorites. What did you like that I showed you? Yeah, I would like to know. I love to chat with you. Anyway, thank you for watching. And if you're new, maybe consider giving me a subscribe, a comment or a like. I would really appreciate it. It helps this channel grow. I love to read what you write to me, and I will always answer you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video until now. I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day, night, week, morning, whenever you're watching this, and I will catch you in my next one. Until then, bye bye!